Hello, everyone. If you were looking for a Gardenside chat yesterday, Father Mike took a mini day off, and he's looking forward to taking many more of those in the future. So we'll be recording a chat today, Thursday, and tomorrow, Friday. And both of those chats, I'd like to focus on the Feast of Pentecost, which is this weekend. Our Saturday Vigil Mass and the Sunday, all-day Sunday. And I want to focus specifically on this. Pentecost is described as the birth of the church. But when Mary and the disciples received the gift of the Spirit Jesus had promised, that Spirit empowered them. It gave them gifts. And I want to talk about two of those gifts. Today I want to talk about the gift of discernment. Discernment was very important in the life of St. Ignatius of Loyola. And it's a big part of his spiritual exercises. Discernment is the ability to choose wisely between competing goods. There's nothing to discern. There's not a decision to make if one choice is good and one is bad. You need common sense, not a great deal of wisdom to make a choice in a case like that. But discernment, when we have equal goods, when we have competing goods being the choices, which one do we choose? So for instance, as we're experiencing the coronavirus and the guidelines that have been put in place so that we can be safe, so that we can avoid transmitting the disease or catching the disease. Those can feel like straitjackets. It's not natural. It's not the way we've acted in the past. It restricts our freedom. And people get impatient, and people get angry, and people want to go back to the old way of life. They want to normalize things. Father Mike's intuition is that we're never going to go back to the way things were, to the old normal. I think what we are being called to is adjusting to a new normal, a post-pandemic normal. And we don't even know how long it will be until we have a cure, a vaccine, to help people and to preserve their health against this virus. So there's a certain unknown there. But I do know this, that the choices that I make, in arriving at those choices, I'm going to look for the best information available. I'm not going to be basing it on the level of my frustration, my feeling cabin fever and claustrophobic, and I want to base it on the best medical and scientific information that is available. And it is available. And what we're being told by the people who know, not the people who don't know. They advise social distancing, they advise wearing protective masks. That's not just to protect you, that's to protect all of us too, so that we cannot transmit this virus. So the county and Bishop Soto have indicated that we will be resuming public worship. In the Sacramento Diocese, we think that we will resume on Monday, June 8th. We'll begin with a series of weekday liturgies and build up to our weekend liturgies. We're going to publish this weekend, Pentecost weekend, in the bulletin It'll be online as well. The guidelines we will be using. And it's not going to feel natural. It's going to feel like an obstacle course, to be honest. But these are the things we need to do. These are the choices, the wise choices we need to make to preserve life, to preserve health. And I just pray that the Holy Spirit will not only give us the gift of discernment, but will give us the gift of fortitude, of courage to make those hard choices. So, I want to begin by mentioning a few of those guidelines. The first is the bishop reminds us that all Catholics continue to be dispensed from their obligation to attend Sunday Mass and holy days until further notice. You should not feel compelled or under any obligation once we can gather again to attend Mass. Secondly, those who are 65 and older, those who are in that at-risk population, those of you who are simply frightened and uncomfortable attending now, and those with symptoms of COVID-19, you all should continue to shelter at home. Please do that. Don't feel guilty about that. Be safe. When we opened, the seating in our church, we're going to be limited on weekend, and weekdays, to no more than 100 people in the church. Now, on weekends, we have a number of people who help with doing the liturgy. So there'll actually be 85 spaces for attendees on Saturdays and Sundays. For weekdays, there'll be a possibility of 94 attendees at our 8 a.m. and our 5:30 p.m. Masses. These limits will ensure that we comply with the maximum number of people permitted in our church by the county and the state. We're going to use our website to sign up for Masses. We're using the sign-up system as a way of providing what is called tracking or tracing information. In other words, once we open up, if one of you were to contract the coronavirus, they want to know who you have been in contact with before, who may have spread it to you, and who you may have been in contact with after, whom you may have given it to. So anyway, the way that you'll be able to attend one of these Masses once we open up is by going to our website to sign up and have a place. Those without internet access will be able to call the parish during our office hours to reserve a place, either for a weekday or for the weekend. The county is asking for emails and phone numbers in case they need to do contact tracing. So when you sign up electronically, you'll get a ticket. Please bring your ticket with you to drop at the entryway basket. I want to stress this: no walk-ins, no walk-ups will be permitted. You have to have registered either by phone or through our website. Sign-ups will be for 1 week at a time. Okay, it's like golfing. If you're a golfer, You know, they won't give you tea times more than 1 week in advance. And we feel that would be the best way to be fair to everyone who might want to come. Okay, I think that's enough for right now. That's enough to take in. I want to close with a reflection and prayer from Steve Gardenside called Other Languages. The gift of the Spirit enabled the apostles to speak in languages other people who spoke other languages could understand. And Steve Gardenside says, well, yes, because the universal language is love. The hard decisions we're being called to make can only be made out of love. Love for yourself and love for others. So in his reflection, Other Languages, Steve Gardenside writes, Holy Spirit, loosen our tongues and teach us new languages of love. Help us convey your grace across the divides of language, of culture and race and class and identity. Put the breath of love in our lungs, the words of mercy on our tongues, the song of grace on our lips. Help us give voice to blessing that is clear in any language. Give us grace to listen to every foreign tongue, respect every foreign story, and honor every foreign soul. For you have sent us to them, so they may know their belovedness, and they may reveal to us our own. Spirit of God, breathe in us. Spirit of love, sing in us. Spirit of justice, rise in us to do your will. So until next time, continue to stay grateful and stay hopeful, and especially stay safe. God bless you all.